Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to a very late night Sunday stream. We're going to be a little bit chill tonight. I know it is late. Happy Memorial Day weekend for those of you in the United States. Going to be answering your questions today because this is going to be a shorter stream. I'm not going to have the questionnaire form that I usually have. So if you do have a question, just say question in the chat and I'll keep my eye out for that and I'll answer the questions as they come in. Hey everybody, Outdoors with Eric. How you doing, man? Haven't seen you in here in quite some time. Andrew, how you doing? Little Crafty Nook, how you doing? I missed you guys in the members only chat a couple hours ago. Hope everybody is doing well. How's your weekend been? My weekend has been very unproductive. I wish I could come here, look you in the eye, and say, you know what? I've had a very productive weekend. But I'd be lying if I said that. My weekend has not been very productive at all. In fact, my members stream and this stream is the most productive thing I've done all weekend. It's been pretty chill. So how's everybody doing? Mills Construction, welcome back. Hey, Giorgio, how you doing? Yeah, I missed some of you guys during the members only live stream. We had that a couple hours ago. Your membership had passed due to payment issues. But you're still, man, they've still got you marked here. You're still labeled here on YouTube as a channel member. You're still listed as green. Super ultimate Venom Bro. So as people are coming in, so normally I have like a questionnaire form where I'm like, hey, if you got a question, go down there, leave your question in the form. This is going to be a shorter stream today because it is, it is late night. Hey, Christina. Yeah, I do. So if you guys have a question, just put like a Q or write question in the chat and then write your question. I can answer your questions. I can answer questions about your channel or YouTube in general. I'm not going to be doing channel reviews though, so I'm not going to be pulling up channels in case you're wondering. But I do want to say, if you are inside, if you are part of the YouTube partner program, that means if you're monetized on YouTube, make sure that your tax information is updated. Tomorrow is the deadline. If your information is not updated and you're in the partner program, starting June 1st, Google can withhold money from you. So if you're in the partner program, head over to your AdSense account, go through and make sure that all of your tax information is up to date so Google doesn't take any of your money. Hey, Napsuro, how you doing? Mr. Camera Junkie, how you doing, sir? Let's see. Philip Richard says, is there something wrong with the YouTube algorithm? I need more information. I know YouTube has had some data problems recently. And by that, I mean that some of you have probably noticed over the past 2 days, a very large drop in your subscribers and your view count. However, that should be fixed now for most people. In terms of the YouTube algorithm, there's not a problem with the YouTube algorithm. If your videos are just not getting views or your videos just aren't taking off the way you think they should, or maybe the way they were in the past, you might be choosing the wrong topics. You might be uploading at the wrong time. Your titles might not be that great. Your thumbnails might not be that good. The problem is usually the creator. But I will say this, traffic in general on the internet is down right now, internet wide. And a lot of channels are seeing this, and just websites in general, because it's summertime. People are vaccinated now. People are going outside and enjoying their day. Fewer people are inside like they were over the past year. So you're going to see a decrease in traffic in general. Christina says, the data missing showed up for me today. Yeah, mine too. Eric, welcome back. Question, is something wrong with you? Man, I just randomly clicked on that again. Yeah, so I just explained that. There's nothing wrong with the algorithm. Here's questions. How to get more impressions. You're talking about the impressions click-through rate. That means you want more people to actually see your thumbnail. All right. The best way to get more impressions, obviously to get more impressions, it means that you are put out in front of more people. Let me turn my music down here a little bit. It means that your videos are put out in front of more people. Your impressions, click-through rate, impressions is the number of people who actually see your thumbnail. The click-through rate is the percentage of people who actually click, right? So you get a percentage number of how many people, or a number of how many people have seen it versus a percentage of how many people click. If you want to increase that, do everything you can to make as much content as you can speaking to one audience so YouTube knows what your videos are about. right? The more YouTube understands what your videos are about, to make sure they put them in front of the right people, right? They want to make sure that they match the audience with the right viewers. That's going to increase your impressions overall. But if your channel is just getting started and you don't have a lot of videos up on the platform yet, you don't have much channel authority, maybe you're not uploading very consistently, you're not giving YouTube a lot of information, which is going to lower the chances that they're going to put your videos in front of the right people. So upload consistently, make sure you're making content for a particular audience. Do so consistently, right? Don't slack off, just stay on top of it. Niche down, you've heard that before. Give YouTube as much information as possible so they can put it in front of as many people as possible. Yes, I am still in Mexico. Question, why are my subscribers decreasing rapidly? A couple of things, like I just said, fewer people are online. Fewer people are online. People are outside enjoying the summer. They're enjoying being vaccinated or not being vaccinated and going outside. People are tired of being cooped up, so there's fewer people online. It could be your content choices. You might be making the wrong type of videos. You might be not connecting with an audience. Your thumbnails might not be that good. Or the numbers you're talking about might be like, hey, last week I gained 5 subscribers. This week I gained 4 subscribers. Like, if it's like that, then it doesn't matter. Give it some time. At the shops, do what I can. Yeah, right on. Right on. Is it a glitch? There was a glitch that made subscribers and view counts just bottom out. So if you look at the YT Studio app, for example, and you saw like a cliff and then your data just flatline, that was due to a glitch. It should be fixed for most people, if not everybody by now. Look, Crafty Nook says, what is browse again? You're talking about browse traffic. It says, how is that different than any other traffic source? Great question. Let me hydrate. Okay, so there's several different traffic sources, and think of traffic sources based on how people use YouTube, right? So if you go to YouTube and you search for something, how to unclog my toilet. Well, if you type that in, you're probably going to find Roger Wakefield, the expert plumber. But if you type for something and you find that, that's called search traffic. People are actually searching for something, right? But if you open up YouTube, right, everybody, when they first open up YouTube, be it on their app or be it on the computer, YouTube curates what they believe you want to watch. YouTube is predicting what they think you want to watch, right? Ending up on somebody's homepage like that, that's considered browse traffic, right? That's where the fastest growth is going to come from. If you can consistently get your videos showing up on the YouTube homepage when people are opening up YouTube, like that's where you're going to see really fast growth. And then there's suggested traffic where you can suggest your own videos through your own links in your descriptions or the watch next video, right? You've watched somebody's video and YouTube says, hey, watch next, right? So there's different forms of traffic. And then there's external traffic. I mean, there's other sources within that, but there's also external traffic, which can come from Google, right? Daniel Battelle and I just broke down for an hour talking about Google traffic over in the Tube Spanner YouTube channel, so go check that out if you haven't checked that out already. But you can also get external traffic from Facebook or various search engines. But if you want really fast growth, getting your videos on the homepage or getting lots of suggested traffic, that's going to grow a lot faster than getting search traffic. Search traffic it works really well for utility type content, tutorials, and that sort of thing. I mean, it helps too if you get browse traffic, but it's kind of like you plant your seed and then you come back and you let it grow later. Like if I make a video and I'm targeting search because I know, so it's like how to do something that generally doesn't do very well on the homepage of YouTube, but I know people are going to come and they're going to search for that. Right. But and that's going to be a much slower growth. Sometimes it can take months and months. But then once YouTube picks that up, I'll start to get a lot of traffic there. Do you have thumbnail software to recommend? Okay, so if you're doing this on a computer, you've got lots of options, but if you're looking for something like Photoshop, for example, or Canva, the free versions, you can use the free version of Canva. You can also use photopea.com. That's photopea.com. You can build something up that way. The Canva templates are really easy to use if you're just getting started. If you're doing this on your phone, you can check out Snapseed. You can check out BazArt, PixArt, Pixel Lab. If you're on an Android, you can also use Canva. If you don't mind paying for something, and they have some really great templates over on placeit.net. I've got videos on pretty much all of that stuff. Hey, Pia, how you doing? Hey, Chantel, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. This is funny. What country has the fastest internet in the world? Bill Gates says. Well, Mr. Gates, I actually don't know, but if I had to take a guess, I'm going to guess either Japan, Singapore, or South Korea. That would be my guess. Pia. No, we're just getting started. Here we go. Super chat. Thank you, Pia. Sounds like a little roller skating. Some roller skating music. All right, question. I just took a 3-month break from YouTube at 121 subscribers. Okay. Coming back, should I revamp the channel format, name, and all, or should I just keep the name and create the best, most valuable content yet? Okay, so if you're going to continue with the same type of content, meaning you're not going to change your niche, your channel name is Fit Dad Chris. If you are continuing on with Fit Dad and you're teaching dads how to be fit, just keep going. The best thing you can do is just start uploading again and start uploading consistently, right? Some channels get a little bit of a boost after they take a break. Some channels go down into a hole and it takes a while to dig out of it. So the best thing you can do is just start uploading again. Don't overthink it and just start making those videos. 3 months actually isn't not a long time. One of gaming, how you doing? Mr. Gates, did I get that correct? We're actually going to look that up. Hold on here. Fastest internet in the world. Oh, I was so close. Check this out. Let me share this here. And I was just taking a guess here. Let me share my Chrome tab. So fastest internet in the world, according to this, Taiwan is #1. Singapore is #2. I had Singapore, Jersey, and Sweden. Didn't expect that. So yeah, I got one of them. I was close. Can't win them all. Not a bad guess though. Question. Is there a free service for adding closed captions to videos? Yeah, you can add your own. That's as free as it gets. Go watch some tutorials on how to add your own closed captions. You can do it for free. It doesn't cost anything. You can use apps to do it if you want to burn the captions into your videos. However, I don't recommend that unless you really want to do that. You can do it for free. It's time consuming, but you can definitely do it and it's not going to cost you anything. That's going to be the best way to do it. Gulf Coast Granny, how you doing? Says, hope you're having a great day. I'm going to drop this one here. Super chat. Thank you, Gulf Coast Granny. Appreciate the super chat. Hope you're doing well. And for people who have strolled in late, I hope you guys in the U.S. are having a good Memorial Day weekend. Let's see. Mine tanked when I quit uploading, so I did live streams, at least something to have on the channel. Yeah, I took a hit too. I didn't upload a lot over the past 12 months, just kind of sporadically. I just wasn't really feeling it because of everything that was going on. And man, so when I upload a video now, it's like trying to climb out of a hole. But you know, whatever. I'm totally okay with that. You know, it's not all about views and subscribers. Your mental health is way more important than numbers that you're going to get on social media. Okay, let's see here. London Plus, this question, how to get 4,000 watch hours. My channel is growing slowly but steadily in subscriber count, but those watch hours seem freaking impossible to get. Yes, they can be very difficult to get if you're just getting started and you haven't really built up a lot of channel momentum yet. So there's a couple ways to do this. The fastest way that I can tell you here without drawing some stuff out for you, the easiest way is going live. Easiest way is going live. If you go live and if you have under 1,000 subscribers, you can still go live on your phone with a third-party software, or you can even go live with StreamYard if you want, or if you're on your desktop, there's no limitation. You do have to verify your channel first. Go to youtube.com/verify. It's free. They're basically going to send you a text message to make sure that you're not some bot account. Then you can go live. I've got videos that show you how to do this on your phone. If you're not doing it on your phone, there's videos that can show you how to do that on your computer. You can do that with StreamYard.com. That's who's sponsoring today's show. That's how I'm putting questions on the screen like this. I got links to StreamYard down below. You can use them for free for up to 20 hours per month. All the watch time hours really pile up for going live. So that's probably the fastest and easiest way. And even though You might think it's terrifying. I promise you, once you get over those jitters, once you do it a couple times, you're going to become addicted to it. How many people have become addicted to live streaming? So type yes in the chat. If you were scared to live stream and then you got started and you got over that hump and then you started doing it regularly and you got addicted to it, type in yes in the chat right now. I totally got addicted to it. Hey, we got a new channel member. Welcome back. Want a gaming?
Welcome to the Niminati.
Welcome back. I appreciate you. I'm so scared. Listen, I promise you, Lundy Plus. Are you set up to go live right now? Let's do something fun right now. Let's do something fun. Lundy Plus, do you have a webcam and a microphone right now? Are you able to go live right now? Because if you are, I will send you a link. And I will bring you on my show right now for your first ever live. We'll just go live for like 5 or 10 minutes and we'll just talk. I'll carry it. You won't have to worry about anything. I need to plug this in. So let me know in the chat if you're able to go live. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. Guys, can we, I had to plug this in here. I'm super scared. Yeah. Where'd she go? Okay. So while I'm waiting for her reply here, another thing you can do to get more watch hours is to get people to watch a second video of yours. So people come in and they watch a first video. You want to make sure that you're adding a pinned comment. You want to make sure you're adding a link in your description. You want to make sure that you are using your card and your end screen and link them all to a relevant video that's similar to the video that they just watched, right? Get them to watch a second video that's going to increase your watch time. It's going live. Oh, she's going to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Wait, give me 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to keep an eye on the chat, but I'm also going to be mad eyeballing right here. So can you guys please let me know if she comes back in? And Lundy, can you also, I don't know if you're on Twitter or not, but I'll send you, I need to send you a private link. I'll do it on Twitter. Famous KC, I'm just answering questions out of the chat today. So if you have a question, just do it like this. Just write your question like this and then drop your question. All right, let's see here. I use end screens all the time. Yeah, that's a great habit to have. When you're new, when you're first starting out, you might be thinking, why am I adding these end screens? Why am I doing the links? I'm really not getting a lot of views. You know, I might only just get 1 or 2 views from that. But this is a great practice to build now, because what's going to happen is eventually your channel is going to grow. Eventually you are going to start to build that momentum up. Eventually you are going to start to get views. And as you've built that habit up, you're going to start building that into your entire channel. And then that's going to help lift all of your older videos up as well. So you got to keep going. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what's going on? Absent Rule, what's going on, Joe? Okay, Londi Plus. So here's what I need you to do, because I'm handling my live stream right now. Send me a tweet. My name is D Nimin. So at D Nimin. And just be like, hey, it's Londi. And then I'm going to follow you. And then I'm going to send you a link in our DMs, okay? Because if I sent this out publicly, it's like we would get flooded. Question, what does it mean when I'm watching my own videos and I see another video of mine show up below? What does it mean? It means that YouTube is drunk and it should probably go home, right? That happens to everybody. You're on YouTube and YouTube will recommend your videos to yourself. And you're just like, come on, YouTube. You know, YouTube, it's over. I'm not clicking on my own stuff. Just don't worry about it. It's just the algorithm being silly. The algorithm should know better, but it doesn't. So, question, I really struggle with SEO. Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, I do. I don't know, based on your channel name, Lesbians That Love, I'm not really sure what your content is about, but I can tell you this, as a channel that's getting started, and especially people who are overwhelmed with SEO, Okay. What I want you to do is think less about SEO and think more about connecting to a single person who might watch your video, right? It's really easy to think about, oh my goodness, I got to get my title just right and my keyword phrases and my description. And should I use tags? How many tags should I use? How many words should I use hashtags, right? There's all of these things that can really overwhelm us when it comes to SEO. And it's easy to forget that we should not make videos for the algorithm. We should make videos for humans, right? If you make your videos for humans, the algorithm will follow the human. So here's what I want you to do. And without knowing what type of content you make, it's, I kind of have to generalize here, but I want you to think about who your ideal audience is, right? Who's your ideal audience? Who do you want to watch your videos? And then think about, what do they want? What do they want to watch? How can I entertain them? How can I educate them? How can I inspire them? How can I motivate them? How can I make them feel something, right? Like, know who your audience is, then think about how you can connect with them, and then think about, okay, so if I want to motivate them, what are some words that I could use in my title and in my description that could speak to that person so they would know that this video is about motivation, right? So think about writing an email subject line where you're trying to get your email noticed, right? You don't just take an email subject line and just put nothing in it and send it. No, you craft your subject to let the receiver know what your email is about. All right, you do the same thing with your video. So just think about who I want to watch my video. What is this video going to be about? And what does my ideal viewer want to see? And how do I word things to where it makes sense to them, to where they want to click on it, right? If you do that, write your title that way, write a description that makes sense, that speaks to the viewer. Don't worry about keyword stuffing. Don't worry about trying to get the right phrases in there. Think about how you can connect to a person. That's going to get you a lot further. Now, if you are doing, say, tutorial-based content, it's really easy when it comes to SEO. Tutorial content is simply how to do this, right? My title might be how to edit on an iPhone. And my description might be something like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to edit on your iPhone. That's pretty much it. I'm going to go a little bit deeper, and I might talk a little bit more about editing on my iPhone. That might be my keyword phrase, but you don't have to overthink it. So always put the human first. Don't get overwhelmed by SEO. Just think about, how can I get the attention of the ideal viewer? What can I put in my thumbnail to attract them and get them to click? What can I say in my title to attract my ideal viewer? So worry less about the SEO and worry about how to connect to that person. And I know that's probably not the answer that you wanted to hear, but just put people before SEO and the algorithm and all of that. You're going to go a lot further. Question, what software are you using to live stream? I'm using StreamYard, and I've got a link to StreamYard down below. StreamYard, you can stream them for free up to 20 hours per month. It's really easy to use. It's browser-based. StreamYard is completely browser-based, so you just go to like StreamYard.com, you log in, you connect your camera source, you connect your YouTube channel, your Facebook account, your Instagram account, whatever you're live streaming with, connect your audio source, and you're up and running. Really easy. Ecamm is also fantastic. Ecamm is Mac only. For those of you who don't know, you do have to download something with Ecamm. I use StreamYard on my PC. I do have Ecamm on my Mac. I think it's really great for screen recording. I don't think you're going to go wrong either way on that one. So it's just a matter of preference, which one you like. Check them both out. See which one makes sense to you. I think StreamYard is easier. Ecamm gives you more flexibility. Let me see here. Question, do you have any tips for mobile streamers? Yeah, I don't know if you're a gamer. Hey, Heavy Metal Chef. I don't know if you're a mobile gamer or not. You need a fast internet connection, not just download speed. You need a fast upload speed for mobile, right? So make sure that you have a strong Wi-Fi signal. Make sure you have a fast upload speed. So download an app like Speed Test. I would say minimum probably 4. You know what? Let's see where I'm at. Hold on one second. Let's do a speed test. Let me see what my current situation is. So I'm using speed test by Ookla, and let me just do a quick little speed test here. Let's see what we're doing. So my download speed is pretty good, 300 megabits per second, and my upload speed is almost 100. So I would say bare minimum. So my upload speed is around 100, 101. I would say bare minimum, try to get 4 or 5 bare minimum. Most providers are going to be faster than that, but I would say at a bare minimum, try to go for 4 or 5. So make sure your internet's strong, good upload signal. That's what matters because you're sending data up. When you're streaming, if you can put your phone on a tripod or something so it's stable, or if you are going to hold it, try to keep your hand steady so it doesn't shake a lot. That's really about it. That's what I got for mobile streamers. You don't have to overthink it too much. Oh, let's see here. Heavy Metal Chef just hit 600 tonight. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Congratulations. Way to go. I did a meme video like a week ago and it almost has 1,000 views. Congratulations. I don't really enjoy meme videos, so I stopped it. Yeah, so here's the thing with that. You have to be careful making videos that you're not into, because there's a weird thing that happens in the universe. Sometimes we make videos that we don't think are going to grow and they end up doing really well and they bring in the wrong audience, right? So focus on the videos that you want to build an audience with. So, okay, I want to be known for this. I want my channel to be known for this. Then make videos about that. And if you're not into memes, don't make meme videos. And though it might hurt, I would even consider unlisting that video. Like if that's not the direction you want to go in and it has nothing to do with the future of your channel, I would consider unlisting it. Hey, Wake Up Call Gaming, how you doing? I'm scrolling through the chat here, seeing what I missed. Hold on here. Bill Gates, I love these troll accounts. Never going to give you up your song background. You know what? If I wouldn't get a copyright claim on that, I would love to do that. Ayush Seyu, apologies if I did not pronounce the name correctly. It says, hello, I'm Indian. Namaste. I hope you are safe and sound in India. I had a horrible echo experience once as a guest on another reseller's live show. I was embarrassed, but I got over it. Okay, so if you're having an echo experience, here, okay, people always wonder why I live stream with headphones on. Put in headphones. Even if they're little earbuds, you know, just tiny little earbuds that go in your hole, you know, that go in your ear hole. This is going to get weird, right? Plug in earphones, earbuds, earphones. That's going to eliminate all the echoes. So what's causing the echo is you're live streaming, right? You're speaking into your microphone, wherever your microphone is. Your speakers are actually sending audio back, and your microphone is picking up the speaker sound. Now, you may have been the one who caused the echo, or you might have been fine and another guest may have been the one causing the echo. Hard to say. But if everybody has in headphones, you're not going to have an echo problem. Wanted Mobile Gaming, I am not doing channel reviews on here today. Man, we did a members stream just a couple hours ago. Posted in the Facebook group, and I'll have a look at it there. Let's see here. I'm getting some non-crafting traffic, and I love it. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. Make sure you don't bring in the wrong audience. Oh, I missed a super chat. Okay, hold on here. Oh, here we go. New England Scratcher.
Super chat.
Thanks, I appreciate you and your videos. Hashtag NES22. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let me see. I'm going to... How do you pin? Talking about pinning a comment. Great question. Let me show you how to pin a comment, and I'll do so by coming over to my own channel. Give me just a second here. So I'll show you how to pin a comment. So people can leave comments and you can pin other people's comment, or you can pin your own comment. Okay? Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. Hold on here. So what you want to do, you come here and you can just type in any comment that you want. Now for this particular video that I'm showing you, I had a StreamYard sponsorship on that. What I would recommend you do is link out to another video of your own. Like, hey, watch next, little title for your video, then link that out. So all you have to do is write your comment, then come over to these three little dots, and the same thing works on a mobile device as well. Then when you click on those three little dots, you're gonna have the option to pin or unpin, right? Because mine is pinned, I can unpin it. You can pin it, edit, or delete it. So everything happens with these three little dots over here. Leave a comment, link out to something, and pin it. Just for a better example, let me come through and pick one of my other videos here. Give me 1 second. Let's do, just randomly grab this one. Make sure you can still see it. Yep. So this one, I pin this one, and I just say, watch next. How some of those videos are made. I don't even know what that links to, but I linked it out to I don't even remember what I linked that to. And that's actually not a great title, but the idea is somebody watched that video and I obviously says how some of those videos are. Oh, I know what it was. I'm linking out to a video where I show people how to do transitions in their phone. So it makes sense if you watch that one particular video and then I tell them how they can do some of those transitions, right? So come over here, pin that. Do that on every single one of your videos. I think I missed a super chat here. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man?
Super chat.
Hope you're doing well, Mike. Let me see. I always get your TikToks. Your TikToks are always showing up, man. I love it. Hey, do lots of dislikes on a video affect your whole channel, or is that just one video? So dislikes do not affect your channel at all. In fact, dislikes are engagement. YouTube looks at engagement. YouTube is not saying that's negative engagement. YouTube just says that's engagement. If you look at, was it last year's YouTube, their rewind year in review thing, and it was like the most disliked video on the entire platform. So don't worry about dislikes. A lot of people, when they're getting on YouTube, they get upset when they get dislikes. Oh man, people are bombing me with dislikes. Don't worry about it. It's engagement. YouTube doesn't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down, it's all engagement. Don't worry about it. Speaking of, that's right, Heavy Metal Chef, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, my man. Okay, thank you. I'm going to go look for it right now. Give me just a second here. Let's see. Carlos Tacos. It's me, Londi. Okay, Londi, here we go. I'm going to follow you. So for those of you who came in late, so Londi, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please correct me when you come on, if not. So she was asking how to get 4,000 hours watch time, and I recommended live streaming as one of those things, and she said she's terrified to live stream. So I invited her on to the show, and I believe that, is this your first time live streaming? I think this is your first time live stream, so. Give me just a second. I'm gonna send you a link in the DM. Give me just a second, Londi. I'm gonna send you a link. All you gotta do is click on that link and come on in. Let me see. Give me just a second here. Okay, link incoming. The link is sent. Check your DMs. This ought to be fun. Thank you for your advice. I'm going to start linking with comments in the link. Right. So don't just stop there. Here's what you do. Put a link as your pinned comment. Okay. Put that same link in your channel description before the show more area. Now the show more doesn't work on a mobile device. It does work. It's for desktop only. But let me show you again here. Hold on 1 second. What you want to do is you want to give people as many opportunities as you can as many opportunities as you can to click and go watch another video. So let me go back to one of my videos here. Hey, Ron's Trains and Things. What's going on, my man? So here's something you can do. So this is on my description, and you'll see that on the third line, 1, 2, 3, YouTube gives us third line, 3 lines for desktop computers before you see show more, right? So you can put a link that goes out to another one of your videos right there. And then you can put that same link right here in your pinned comment. You're giving them 2 opportunities right here. You can also use your card and your end screen and link out to the same video. So when anybody lands on your video, you massively increase the chances of them going to watch another video. The key here is to make sure that the video that they watched and the videos that you link out to have something in common, so they're going to be interested in that. Oh, I think she just came in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is the first time she's ever been live. She will correct me if I'm wrong on this one. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm and Niminati welcome to Londi Plus. Londi, how you doing?
Hi. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Is this your first time live?
Yes. Oh my God, I'm freaking out.
Don't freak out. Don't freak out. This is cool. This is great. So tell me, first of all, am I pronouncing your channel correctly?
Yeah.
Your name.
You're
okay.
right.
So tell me what your channel is about.
So it's a plus size fashion channel, basically. So I just do like a lot of clothing hauls, like review clothes and stuff. And also just try to inspire like plus size women to like live life and be confident and love themselves and all that.
I love that. So you're spreading positivity.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I love that. I love that. So what stopped you from live streaming in the past? I see you got like 800 subscribers or something like that.
I'm just scared. I'm like, what am I supposed to say when I get on live? Like, I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that, because that's one of the trickiest things. Like when I was thinking about live streaming, one of the scariest things for me was just thinking about like, what if I run out of things to say? Mm-hmm. And then, right, the last thing you want when you're live is to have a long period of time where there's silence, right? Right? You follow me? There's like awkward silence. And by the way, I just want to say the entire chat is just going crazy for you right now. Look at all this.
Thanks. Hi, guys. I'm so excited.
I don't know if you can see the chat right now, but everybody is just super, super supportive.
Oh,
I love this. This is why I love the YouTube community. I absolutely look at that. Wow, so much love for you. This is amazing. This is amazing.
That's so awesome. You guys, I mean, this is like making my whole night. You have no idea.
Oh, I love this. Yeah, you guys are showing all kinds of love. That's fantastic. Yeah, so here's the thing. You want to avoid dead air. You don't want those long, awkward pauses, because that makes, first of all, from a host perspective, in your mind, like a 5-second pause is going to feel like 5 minutes. Right. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is forever. Yeah. In reality, it's just going to be a few seconds, but still you want to avoid those. You want to keep the conversation moving. So what I recommend doing when you first get started is take a piece of paper or put notes on your phone and just come up with like 10 things to talk about.
Okay.
Right? 10 things to talk about that, or 5. Pick, like, here's the other thing. You don't have to go live for an hour. You can go live for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Just go live for 15 minutes. Pick 5 things to talk about, things that you talk about in your video, and just go live and talk about those things as if you were making a video. And if people come in and they start interacting, that's cool. Then you can talk to them. But if they don't, then you can just handle it like a video. And when it's over, you can say, okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'll see you guys on another live stream.
Okay.
And then end it and you're finished, right?
Right.
But if you have those notes, and you don't have to script it, just make bullet points. So if you get lost, you can look at your bill. I actually don't like to, I mean, I don't do it anymore at all, because I've been doing it for a while, but even when I was starting, I didn't really like to put the notes on the phone. I like to get just a plain old white piece of paper and a black Sharpie. And just write big, bold bullet points. And then I'd set them off to the side. That way I didn't have to squint my eyes or like, well, what does that say? Super easy to read, just set it off screen. And it just kept me in line. Couple things to talk about. Or you could do a Q&A. You could do like live Q&A, ask me anything. And then you could do that for as long as people are asking questions. That could be 10 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour, however long it goes for.
Right. So, but what if nobody shows up? Like what if it's nobody there when I go live?
Well, if nobody goes there, that's fine too. So the thing that I was talking about before about having your bullet points. Mm-hmm. So if you handle those bullet points, let's say, you know what, I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk about these 5 things that I wrote down. Open your live stream just like you would with the video.
Okay.
How do you start your video? How do you start your videos?
Hey guys, I'm Londi. Welcome back to my channel.
And then what do you say?
And then I'll just start talking about whatever I'm reviewing or whatever for that day. Yeah.
That's exactly what you do for your live stream.
Okay.
Right? Hey guys, this is Londi. Today I'm doing a live stream. I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why you need to check out these bikinis or whatever it is that you're right. Whatever it is you're doing, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then you just get into it and then treat your live stream like you would a video.
Okay.
Right? Don't wait for people to show up. Don't say we're just going to wait for people to come in. Don't do any of that stuff. Treat it just like a video because when you're finished, you've got a video.
Okay.
And if you do have people show up and they do interact with you, well, now you got a live stream.
Right.
Right.
Okay. That's a good way to look at it. That makes sense. Yeah.
And Shelly saves the day. Hey, Shelly, how you doing in here? Tommy Bernard, how you doing? Yeah. So just treat it just like you would a video. I mean, how you just said that.
Okay.
You know, give me a topic and then start. Let's practice this. So let's say you're going to hit that go live button and think about the first thing that you want to talk about, or think about the idea. What are you doing on your channel? I knew you're doing something about plus size. You're doing plus size fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So what's something that's hot on your channel? What's a good topic that brings you a lot of views?
It depends. I guess some of my clothing hauls. So I don't know. Plus size swimwear.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So today you're going to talk about plus size swimwear. Mm-hmm. Okay. What would you like to talk about it? Do you want to, maybe you've got the swimwear over to the side. Maybe you got 3 or 4 or 5 different outfits over to the side. So as you talk about each one, you can pull it up and you can show them and talk about it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and act like you hit that go live button and then do your welcome and talk about what you're going to talk about. And then we'll stop there.
Okay.
Let's get that strong hook together.
Okay. So I would just, hey guys, I'm Londi. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about plus size swimwear. I have some really cute swimsuits from Lane Bryant that I wanted to show you guys and just kind of review them for you and let you know how to buy the best swimwear for your body shape.
That's an awesome hook.
Okay.
Right. That's it. Like that's exactly how you kick off your streams. And then you just get into it.
Okay.
Get into it. Start talking about it. Don't worry about people showing up. Don't worry about the interaction. If they do, that's just a bonus.
Okay.
If they don't, you just recorded a video.
Right. Right.
Right. You still need to put a thumbnail on it and a good title and stuff like that.
Okay.
Right. Don't worry about people showing up. Don't worry about any of that stuff. They will eventually. Once people know that they can interact with you, right? If you start saying, hey, once a week, I'm going to go live. They'll start saying, okay, she goes live on every Sunday or whatever day you choose to go live.
Yeah.
They'll start to show up for you. You know, it might only be 3 people or 4 people or 5 people. It might be 100 people. You never know.
Right.
Right. It might be 500 people. Yeah. I've seen channels that didn't do very well with their videos, or they were struggling to kind of build that channel growth. And then they started going live and their channels exploded because they were actually better live than they were with the recorded videos.
Okay.
So
right.
You never know how that's going to play out. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those are all great tips, D. I mean, you're changing my mind slowly but surely about going live. You really are.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, we're all going to be upset if you don't.
Okay.
We're going to be upset if you. It's really easy. You know, so I'm using a browser based. By the way, you have a computer, or are you doing everything on your phone?
I have a computer.
Okay. So if you go to StreamYard.com, I've got a link to them down in my description.
Okay.
You can stream with them for free for up to 20 hours per month.
Okay.
So when you're using the free version, that there's a couple limitations that come with that. For example, they are going to put, I think, a watermark up in the corner that just says, powered by StreamYard. And I think the maximum resolution that you can stream with, I think, is like 720p, which is still going to look great. It's still going to be fine. Don't even worry about that.
Okay.
But 20 hours a month for free. And you basically go in, you create your account, you connect your YouTube channel. It's safe to do that. You connect a camera source, which could be your webcam from your computer, and you connect your audio source. It's like 3 things that you set in there. Okay. And then you hit go live, and when you're finished, you end the broadcast. There's tutorials you can watch to show you how to do that. That's probably the easiest way to go live. If you're a beginner, just want to get started, that's what I recommend doing. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. And like you said, I mean, it seems like that would definitely help with my, me trying to get to those 4,000 watch hours. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Especially because if you're doing this consistently and people are showing up, people are coming, right, and showing up regularly, like each person that shows. So if you've got 10 people in there and for every minute those people are in there, that's 10 minutes of watch time per each person.
Right.
It adds up really fast.
Okay.
Really, really fast.
Okay. All right.
You got some people following you. They're talking
about.
Oh
my gosh. Thank you. Thank you guys. That is so sweet.
Yeah. See, Jenda says you are live. You did great. See, how easy is this? Right. It was easy.
Yeah. You make it easy. You make it really
that's all you. You've got, I can tell you have an amazing personality.
Thank you.
You know what? They're absolutely going to love you. You just got to do it. You got to get over that. The first time you go live is terrifying.
Right.
We've all done it. We've all been there. But like once you do it the first time, you're going to be like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Okay.
That wasn't so bad.
All right. I'm going to do it. I am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. You have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. First time. I love it. I love that she was scared to go live, had the courage to come on here, and all of you were so supportive. I absolutely love it. So yeah, awesome. I love it. All right, so I'm going to come back to answering some questions here in the chat. Hey, Tommy, how you doing, man? Look at the love. Look at that. You did great, Londi. Oh, I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm going to go back and get some of these questions here. Okay. Question D, if you're new to live, what's the best way to advertise that you're going to be going live so you don't have access, if you don't have access to the community tab? Okay, so if you're wanting to go live, what's going to happen is, and I don't know what size of channel you have, but when you hit that go live button, your current subscribers are going to get a notification that you are live, right? Now that notification may or may not go into their spam folder, or if they don't have notifications turned on, they're not going to get it, but there will be a small percentage of your subscribers who will be notified when you're live. If you have a Twitter account, if you're on Facebook, if you are on Instagram, wherever you have a presence, let people know that you're going to go live. Now, if you haven't gone live yet, and this is kind of like a big deal that you're building up to, hype that up for like a week. Right? Let them know. Make stories on Instagram about it. Let people know it's an Instagram post. Make some posts on Twitter, post on Facebook. If you got, try to, wherever your people are, let them know that you're going to go live. But like I said with Londi, is don't worry so much about people showing up if you haven't gone live yet. Just focus on just like you're making a video, right? Like I'm just going to make a video. Start with a strong hook. Come in, talk about the things you're going to talk about, and then do those things. And if people show up, that's great. If they don't show up, that's fine too. Now you have a video, right? Put a good thumbnail on it. Make sure your title is solid. Now you got a video. Eventually, if you do this regularly as your channel grows, you will start to build an audience. They will start to come in. They will start to hang out. And most channels, especially if you're doing talking head content where you're not a gaming channel, if you've got a handful of subscribers, a couple of them will probably come through when you go live. Question, hey D, when stream says 2 hours, how can I make a video off of that? Do I download the stream and break the stream up into 2 or 3 videos? Yeah, you could. So if you do a 2-hour live stream and you're gaming, right? 2-hour gaming stream, you could download that. Then you could chop that up into just the absolute best parts of the game. Like these parts are just the absolute best part. And then you can put up lots of different pieces of content. So don't think about just 2 hours, chop it into 2 or 3 pieces, because nobody really wants to watch you play. Like people want to watch like something cool. They want to watch the best parts of that gameplay. So find the nuggets, find the best parts out of that, edit those, and then put those up. What is the ideal length for a live stream? There is not an ideal length for a live stream. Go live for as long as you want to go live, right? The whole idea of live is, well, number one, you can definitely help you reach the 4,000 hours of watch time if that's what you're trying to do, so you can get into the partner program. But the main reason you're going live is to have that audience connection, to hang out with your community, to get to know the people who watch your videos. Like, that's really the strength of going live. So you can go live for 10 minutes. You can go live for 4 hours. It's entirely up to you. The main thing is, you want to make sure your live stream keeps moving, right? So keep talking or keep playing or keep being entertaining. Do whatever it is you got to do to keep the live stream moving. And if you find that, people are trailing off and just losing interest at a certain point, then that's a great time to wrap it up. You kind of have to, you got to read the room a little bit. There she is. Londi says, thank you, everybody. Londi, thank you for coming on. That was awesome. I'm honored that was your first time live was on my stream. Golf Coast Granny says, I'm inspired. Golf Coast, what? You're not live either? You know what? Maybe we should start doing a live stream for people who have not yet gone live, for bringing them on. I know for those of you who, that might not be something like, in addition to this. So maybe we pick like an hour, like every other week we pick like an hour and say, okay, if you've never gone live before, come hang out for 10 or 15 minutes. Maybe that would give people the courage to go live, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? For those of you who have not yet gone live, would that help you go live? Because if that would help you go live, then that's something that I'll... Yes, there it is. There it is. Virgin streamers. This is off to a bad start already. Heidi. Oh, yes. So yeah, okay. So everybody in the chat, I know not everybody's into that, but if you're into that, if that's something you like to see, like and you guys, listen, the community, you are super helpful for those people coming in because you're supportive, right? So if this is something we could do together, I think that would be really cool, giving people courage to go live for the first time. So yeah, let me know. Mike's a pro though. What's up, Mike? Member icon flex. That's right. That's what's up. Eric says, I generally keep my live streams to about an hour where there's social aspect to it. I try to make it good enough to watch on the replay and not just give a hangout video. Yeah, that's an important part. So there's different ways to go live. You can go live to talk about something specific, or go live to have like an educational live stream. Or you can go live to do kind of a hangout. That's what I do. I never, on my channel anyway, I generally don't do educational type live streams. I do more Q&A live streams and hangout live streams. I think those are fun for me. They're not good for replay value. Like 24 hours after this stream is over, the views are just going to fall off, right? But if I did something that was very specific and educational, very targeted and on point, where I was teaching somebody how to do something, now I have a video, right? With a good title, a good thumbnail, and I can get, there's a lot of long-term views that I could get with that. So it's a personal choice based on what your views are. Hey, Colin, how you doing, man? Great way to get people to take action. Yeah, bottom line, that's what I would love to get people who are just terrified to go live. Like, I don't know. Come on here and go live. Yes, she says. Yes, I love it. Zero in. No, I'm not pulling up any channels for channel reviews, but I'm answering questions. So if you got a question, ask your question, but I'm not doing channel reviews. I don't know if I'll work up the courage after what happened on Dan's live, Tommy. Uh-oh, sounds like some drama went down. I will never go live. Hey, never say never. I didn't think I would ever go live. You'd be surprised. I love it. Thanks, Steve. One more question. How do live streams perform compared to premieres? They're two totally different things. So when you do a premiere, your premiere is a pre-recorded video that you've edited and you've put together, and you've got a thumbnail, you've got a title, you've got your description, right? You have a target audience in mind, and you premiere that. All you're doing is publishing a video, but you're hanging out with your community during the process. And then when you're finished, the video goes on to live like a normal video. For a live stream, there's no editing. What you see is what you get with a live stream, faults and all, warts and all. So if you do some sort of a hangout, or maybe your live stream just didn't do very well, or the hook at the beginning isn't strong, then your live stream is not going to do very well long term. But if you learn how to craft your live stream to be more like a video, then when that's over with, then you can get more replays, and then it can act more like a video. Nick goes for 3 to 4 hours. Daryl leaves, goes for 12 at a time. Yeah, when Nick and I used to stream together, we would always stream for like 4 to 6 hours. That was a lot of fun. Look at that, Londi Plus, you're a natural. That's what I think too. I don't know. She might have been putting this on. She was awfully comfortable in front of that camera. She might. I need to look to see if she's actually been streaming on her channel. She was awfully comfortable. She is. She's a natural. Let's see. I'm inspired to go live. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Do tags work at all? Great question. Let me show you something about tags. I'm going to show you exactly what YouTube says about tags, so then you can make up your own mind here. So everyone who has access to YouTube Studio, you can see this inside of YouTube. So let me get here and edit this. Let me scroll down here and I'll show you exactly. Okay, let me share my screen here. Now this is directly from inside of YouTube Studio. This is from YouTube themselves talking about tags. So a lot of people have a misunderstanding on what tags do. So this says tags can be useful if and I'm reading this right here, everything above this. Tags can be useful if content in your video is commonly misspelled. Otherwise, tags play a minimal role in helping viewers find your video. Now, they did not say it plays zero role, but they did say it plays a minimal role. They also said it helps with words that are commonly misspelled. Now, as you can see here, I use tags still. I still use tags. I use them for misspellings. I put my channel name in there. I put my title in here. I put other words that are relevant to it because YouTube still gives us that feature. So I would say out of all the tools that YouTube gives us, tags are probably the absolute lowest in terms of importance. You're not going to just get your tags right and it's going to make your video succeed. That's not how tags work, right? Your click-through rate, the popularity of the topic, right? Let's just say relevancy, which is, how popular the topic is, your thumbnail click-through rate, how much people actually click on your video, and your audience retention, how long people actually watch your videos. Those are two of those are metrics. Those are the main metrics that are going to move a video. Your tags are just more for clarification. Let me see. Hey, Woman Blazing Trails, this question, where on earth are you getting that crazy internet speed? I'm in Mexico. Believe it or not, the main cities in Mexico have phenomenal internet. It's fiber internet. I believe you're in Costa Rica, if I'm not mistaken. So probably the main, if there's main city, is it San Jose? Is it San Jose, Costa Rica? I've never been to Costa Rica. Probably the main city, I'm guessing, probably has fiber internet somewhere, or it will shortly because it's going all over Latin America. But yeah, Mexico, go figure. Happy to help. Let's see. I'm moving backwards right now. She killed it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm moving backwards in the chat. Yes, Colin, I'm still up and going. Late night, I was going to cancel this. So what happened was I did a members live stream at like 6 my time. And then I took a break and I ate. And it took a while to get the food delivered. And then I was like, yeah, it's getting late. But then, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I went live. Londi did great. She did. So, you know what? That made everything worth it. bringing her on for the first time, if she actually starts live streaming now, coming on late was totally worth it. Mama said lives are the devil. They are, Tommy. They are. Let's see. I'm moving backwards here. Okay, this is a good question. D, are you familiar with the difference between the ATEM Web Presenter versus Web Presenter HD? Actually, I'm not. I have the ATEM Mini. I don't have the Pro. I have not dug into this in depth. I've just been using it on the basic level, just at the base level ATEM Mini as a basic camera switcher. So no, I'm not. An AV company gave the church a web presenter. There's no Ethernet port. But listen, I can tell you who is very knowledgeable at this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to drop 2 in here. One of them is Photo Joseph. And the other one, where's he at? Because I can't. Yeah, so this one, you know what, I'll just send you this right here. So go subscribe to Photo Joseph, and he's also very active on Twitter. So if you have any questions about the ATEM Mini, he can probably answer that or direct you to somebody who can. There's another channel right now, but it's just it's Joseph and another guy, and they actually stream together, but the other channel is just slipping my mind right now. Sammy Superstar, what's going on, man? How you doing? When you stream, it's not going to be bad. It will be amazing. Yes. All right, I'm moving backwards to the chat right now. What do we got here? All right, so I can only go back so far into the chat, and I've lost any questions. So if I have not answered your question yet, and you answered it or you asked your question a while ago, go ahead and drop it in the chat again, because I can't scroll backwards anymore, and I can't see anymore. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Do you live full-time in Mexico? Well, I've been in Mexico since March of last year. I actually live in Thailand. I live in northern Thailand. I was in Mexico when the world closed down and Thailand closed the borders. Here I am. Ta-da! I've been in Mexico ever since. It has been a long 14 months now. March, April, May. Yeah, it's been a long 14 months. Mexico's been good to us. We've had a good time here for as much as we can be inside. Internet's been good for the most part. Mexico's cool. We've been pleasantly stuck here, not complaining at all. Let's see. Damn, I thought tags were important. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people get it twisted, and I see this a lot on Reddit and on Twitter and in Facebook groups. They say, I'm using all the right tags. Why is my channel not growing? I'm using all the right tags. Why am I not getting views on the videos? Because your tags don't move the needle. Your tags help with clarification. Your tags can definitely help give YouTube more information, but you're not going to come up with a magic tag or a set of tags where YouTube's going to go, oh, okay, and then they're going to step on the gas. That's not going to happen. Now, there was a time where tags were very important, but that time is long gone. That's years ago. That was important. Now, relevancy, click-through rate, and how long people actually watch your video, right? And doing that consistently, right? If you just have one video where it's like, wow, I got a high click-through rate, I got a lot of impressions, a lot of people saw the thumbnail, people watched a lot of this video. Okay, well, now you need to do that consistently, and you need to do that with a lot of videos, and you need to put the time in to start building up that channel momentum, and you'll eventually get there. What do you think about hashtags? Do you think they make a difference in how a video performs, long-term or short-term? Well, we do know that the right hashtag can bring some views to a video. We know that. So yes, a hashtag can add some views to your video. Is it going to make the difference between a 5,000 view video and a 500,000? No, it's not going to do that. Is it going to move the needle on the video to the point where it's going to just change everything? No. Is it going to add some extra views? Yeah, it will. The right hashtag that other people are using can definitely bring some more views on your video. Again, it's not going to be a game changer, but they can bring some more views. The flip side of that is when you're adding hashtags, YouTube is automatically going to take the first 3 hashtags that you put in your description. It's going to put them up underneath your video. You've all seen that, right? 1, 2, or 3 hashtags showing up underneath the video. People can click on those and they can leave, right? That's how that works. So people can click on other people's hashtags and they can find your video, and they can click on your hashtag and they can leave your channel and go find other people's videos. So it works both ways. But the hashtags are kind of like tags in the sense of, I wouldn't think of them in a way where you're putting a lot of emphasis on them to where, like, I really need to focus on these things, right? Just think of them in passing. Focus on getting people to click, right? Focus on learning how to choose the right topics. Focus on learning how to write a good title that grabs people's attention. Focus on getting people to watch your video longer. Like, those are the things that matter. Does a well-written description with hashtags influence or help with views? Any amount of information that you can give YouTube to help tell YouTube what the video is about can be helpful. But you got to understand that YouTube, the algorithm, the AI is very intelligent. What happens when we upload videos, YouTube is scanning our videos. They're looking at every single frame of our video. And I know that sounds crazy, but they're looking at every single frame of your video, and they're making their own internal tags based on what they see in the video, based on what you say, right? And based on everything that you've done with the video, images that you've put together. They can identify everything. Like, if you've got plants in the background, if you have, let me see if I can show something to you guys. I'm about to blow your mind. And this is just the free version. Give me 1 second. YouTube collaborate. Give me 1 second here. What is it? Whoa, Google brain image search. I'm gonna make sure I find the right thing. I'm about to blow your guys' mind. Give me just a moment, and I'm gonna find something here. Give me just a second. I actually haven't looked at this in quite some time. I'm going to show you a base level here. Open images. Hold on here. Enable. Hold on. Open images. I'm trying to, so there's a place where you can actually test this for free. And I want to upload an image. So I want you to see how Google's actually looking at things. So give me Google Brain. Hold on here. I can't find it. I'm looking at all the Google stuff here, but I'm overlooking Google Vision. I think it's called Cloud Vision now. Yeah. Google Cloud Vision. Okay, give me a second. I know I talk about you shouldn't have awkward pauses, but I'm completely trying to, try it for free. All right, here we go. We're going to try this. So I need to share my screen. Give me just a second here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. All right, so what I'm about to show you is a very base level free version of what Google does. Not only we upload a picture, but we upload like our thumbnail or an image into Google, but it also does this with video. Okay, and this is, I'm just going to pick a random internet or a random picture off the internet. So give me YouTuber. Give me just a second here. I'm going to pick a random picture off the internet. Let's see here and see what it does. And I have no idea who this person is. Save image, YouTuber. Okay, so I'm going to upload this image and I'm going to share my screen, and it's, again, this is the free version, so what we're going to see here is the very base level, but just, you're going to get an idea. Let me upload this. Let me share my screen. Vision AI. Okay, so I uploaded this picture, this random image of a guy right here with a microphone. I'm not a robot. Okay, so what you can see right here, let me click this down, make sure you can see this. All right, so what you can see is right away it's looking at faces, and it's identifying over here the look on their face. Is it joy? Is it sorrow, anger, surprise, expose, blurred, headwear, right? So very unlikely, and it can measure what's actually happening there. And then you can come over to objects, right? And it can identify that, I don't know what it means by top, but it can see that there's a microphone. It can see that there's a person in here, right? Come over here to labels. It can see there's a joint. I think it means like a shoulder joint, right? You can see shoulders. It can see muscle. It can see the microphone. It knows that there's audio equipment. It sees elbow, engineering. Go down the list here. It sees a t-shirt. It's leisure, electronic device, technology, electric blue, television, knee. That's not correct. Wrist, not correct. Fun, machine, white collar worker, chest, automotive design. So some of these are not correct, but keep in mind, this is the free version where you can just test things. I've seen like the in-depth version of this, and it's terrifying, and I'll talk about that in a second. Right? You can see that it's sitting, gadget, look at this. Look at this. Television set. It can see that there's a television in the background or a computer monitor. You go over to properties. And then you can go to safe search. Now, safe search, this is where people actually get flagged, where they upload their videos. They're like, hey, YouTube, put me in restricted mode. So if this was risque or it was too violent, it can check it and say it's racy or it's violent or it's medical or it's a spoof, it's adult in nature, right? So they can look at all these things and they can make all these decisions based on a single image. Again, this is the free version, right? This is the free version. This is just something to test out. They do this with the photos. They do this with your thumbnails. They do this with your video frame by frame. And all of those words that you saw adding up there, they're making their internal tags. They're making their own tags, right? So that's why tags don't matter that much anymore, is because they're making their own internal tags. The paid version of this is spookingly accurate. It's terrifyingly accurate. One of the examples that I saw, or the best example that I saw, was actually during Daryl Eve's keynote. I believe it was at, I don't know if it was VidSummit or VidCon when he released the video part, but it had a woman who was holding a hamburger, and it not only identified, woman, blonde, bikini, whatever what it was, hamburger, meat, and it not only identified the hamburger, it knew that the hamburger was, I believe it was from Carl's Jr., right? It was like the hamburgers from Carl's Jr. Then it went on to make additional tags because Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are owned by the same parent company. So it's like Carl's Jr., Hardee's, lettuce, onions, like it identified all the stuff in the hamburger, right? So mind-boggling stuff that they're doing in real time, frame by frame, on your video. And I haven't been looking at whoa, look at that, right? So in addition to that, right? So Google or YouTube, they're making their own auto captions. Now the auto captions on YouTube, they're not perfect, but they're not bad. So they're looking at your thumbnails. They're looking at the words in your thumbnails. They're looking at the imagery in your thumbnails. They're looking at every frame in your video. I mean, there might not technically be every single frame. It might be every 10 frames or whatever, but they're scanning through your entire video, right? They're making their own internal tags so they know what your video is about, right? So think about that. When you start your video, tell them what the video is about, because they're reading that. They're hearing that. They're putting that in their own captions, right? If you notice, when I do a lot of videos talking about my phone, a lot of times I'll actually pull up my phone and I'll say, hey, today I'm going to show you how to do whatever on my phone, because I want them to see that I'm holding a phone. And they're not only going to see a phone, they're going to see that I've got an iPhone. They're not only going to see I've got an iPhone, they're going to be able to tell I've got an iPhone 11 Pro. Like, it's so detailed. They're going to know that I've got a black iPhone 11 Pro with a leather case on it. Like, that's how detailed this thing is. So when you're making your videos, just keep that stuff in mind, that, and I know this goes back to the whole description thing, but YouTube is collecting all of this data on your channel through the frames, through the imagery, through the things that you're saying. They're collecting all of this data to try to categorize your video. So anything in addition to that, you can give them, because it is machine learning, right? It's all machine learning. And you saw it made some mistakes. Some of those mistakes, it said like, a knee. We didn't show a knee on there. It didn't show his wrist. His arms were cut off, right? So it does make mistakes. So the more information you can give YouTube, and this is where the importance of a good title comes in. This is where the importance of a good keyword-rich description comes in to give YouTube enough information to let them know what your video is actually about, instead of just going in there and talking gibberish. That's where your tags come in, misspellings, different ways to say things, right? So using all this information, you give this information to YouTube. YouTube takes that information in addition to all the information that's already collected on your video. And then it figures out who your audience is from there. If you're confusing YouTube, if you're making one video about this or your video's about X and you're making a description about Y and YouTube's going, wait a minute, we've got all this imagery about this thing, but your description's talking about something else, you're confusing YouTube. So think about how you can streamline everything to give YouTube all the information that it needs to help understand what your video is about, to make sure that your video gets in front of the right audience.
Super chat.
Freedom Lawyer, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Christina says, I have a question. Why do some people really not write a description in the video? Still does very well. Because it comes back to video performance, right? So everybody in here, you've all seen viral videos with millions of views on them, no tags, no description, terrible title, right? It comes right back to video performance, right? Viral videos, really high click-through rates, or if their click-through rate is lower, it's because they have an insane amount of impressions. Their watch time is incredibly long, and YouTube is also taking in information on the frame-by-frame basis. Well, it might not be exactly every frame, but they're scanning through the video, taking images out of the actual video itself, trying to figure out what it's about. So you've all seen that, just like Christina says. No description, no tags, but YouTube can still figure out what it's about, and it leans on actual video performance itself. How many people click? How long do they watch? The more they click, the longer they watch, up the rank it goes. Rinse, repeat. Feed the algorithm, don't fear it. I love that. Wisco Ted, I'm starting my channel. I have some ideas for a gaming channel, but I think long-term I would want to do tech reviews. How to start a tech review channel with no tech or money? Great question. I would definitely choose one or the other. Don't do gaming and tech. I would choose one or the other. Tech is tough, but if you don't have tech or money, look around your house and see what you can review. Travis MCP just cracked 100,000 subscribers. He's doing incredibly well. He's an awesome creator. He didn't have a budget. He looked around his house and said, what can I make tech reviews about? And he did that until he got to the point where he could get things that were new to talk about. So you've probably got a phone, a computer, maybe you got an iPad, maybe you've got a blender, maybe you got a juicer, maybe you got who knows? You got to figure it out. Maybe you want to do a specialized part of tech. Maybe you're going to focus on a particular type of tech that's only in your kitchen, or home security tech. I don't know what you have access to, but look around your house, see what you do have access to, start with that. Let's see here. Rolling backwards. I'm trying. When I was doing the whole Google Vision thing, I wasn't looking in the chat, so I'm moving backwards here to see what I missed. That's wild. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the very first time I saw that, my head just. Again, what I just showed you was like the kneecapped free version. That, like, just the basics. The paid version of this is mind-boggling. They have it for photos and they have it for videos. It's absolutely mind-boggling. They can stock Walmart shelves with AI, just live streaming and walking aisles, right? AI is really smart, really smart. Hey, Brendan, how you doing, man? Appreciate that. Question, where is that purple graph that tells us when your audience is on YouTube? I must be blind, but I can't find it. Okay, so you're talking about this. I'm going to pull mine up, and if you don't see yours, it's because YouTube does not have enough data on your channel yet to give you the data. So what you want to do, give me 1 second. Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen. Apologies. So if you go into YouTube Studio, and you go to analytics, right? So come into YouTube Studio, come into analytics, then come up here and click on audience. And once you're in audience, you want to scroll down and you're going to see when your viewers are on YouTube. Now, if you don't see this, it's because you don't have enough data yet. The more data YouTube gets from you, basically that means YouTube doesn't fully understand your audience yet, right? The more data YouTube can collect from your channel, this will eventually show up. And the way it works is the darker the purple areas are, that's when your audience is online. And if you're ever wondering when you should upload, I don't know, an hour or two before the dark purple or before the lighter purple. So for example, what I would do if I'm going to upload on Saturdays, for example, I'm going to come here. I'm going to look at Saturday, which is here. I'm going to say, okay, my audience starts to come on around 6 a.m. So I would probably upload my video around 6 a.m., give or take. And if you hover over this, if you hover over each one, it will tell you, right? So by 8 a.m., many of my viewers are on YouTube. By 6 a.m., many of my viewers are on YouTube. If I come up here to like 5, some of your viewers are on YouTube. So maybe I'll upload, 30 minutes before my viewers start to come on. You want to catch them right as they're waking up and then ride that wave all day of people actually getting on YouTube and searching around. I see a lot of people making the mistake. And don't get me wrong, if you've got a good channel or your audience comes in like clockwork because you have a show, there are exceptions to this rule. But I see a lot of newer channels coming in and they're posting at nighttime, right? They'll come in and they'll post at 10 p.m. at nighttime. And they're like, yeah, I'm just not getting any views. Well, yeah, you're posting when people are going to bed. You're missing out on like a huge section of, when your audience is actually online. So if you don't have this data yet and you can't figure out when your audience is online, just think through who you're making your videos for, right? Is your audience mostly English speaking? Are they mostly in the United States? Are they in Canada? Are they in the UK, right? You should have that data, at least country data. If not, figure out where they're coming from. And it's okay. Well, if they're in Canada and the US, what time are they waking up? And then try to average that out and upload at that time. Let me see. I'm scrolling backwards here. What's up, Get Lost Vlogs? The AI is going to know what is in every frame of your video. Oh, yeah. That's sneaky AI. That's the funny thing. People are always talking about, we're being tracked. You have no idea. People have no idea how much we're being tracked. I mean, just think about this for a second. That's just what YouTube does. That's what YouTube does publicly. Imagine what these apps are doing and what your phone can do, stuff that we don't know about. Yeah, if you're one of those people who are like, yeah, I'm worried about getting tracked, you're tracked. Everything about you, unless you're living off grid and you're not connected to anything, you're tracked through and through. Yard Sales and Dreams. Hey, what's going on, man? I'm so glad I found your channel too. Listen, I need to put Tommy on the payroll or something. He sent so many awesome people over here. Most of you are resellers. Yeah, I need to put Tommy on the payroll. Tommy's like the best hype man for my channel I've ever had. I appreciate you, Tommy. And nice to meet you, Yard Sales and Dreams. Susie, hey, Susie, how you doing? Says, even our phone capable. Yeah, exactly. Took a picture of my pizza. My phone changed itself into food mode. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. You can take a picture of stuff. I think it's Google Lens, I believe it's called. You can take a picture. It's the same technology, really, right? So what you just saw, you can take a picture of something and Google Lens can identify what that is and tell you what it is in different languages. And it's terrifying. It's awesome stuff, but it's terrifying at the same time. Let me see here. Great question from Chill Bro. How important is a channel intro? It's not important at all. It's not important at all, because here's the thing. Nobody is surfing YouTube looking for intros. Nobody. What you can do, and this is something that I urge everyone to test, is, first of all, you can do this inside the YT Studio app, it's not as accurate, but if you have access to a computer or you want to put your phone or iPad in desktop mode of the Chrome browser, go into YouTube Studio that way, go into one of your videos, and I'm going to pull this up. Give me just a second. I'm just going to randomly grab one here. Let's grab this one. Let's see how this does. Okay, let me share my screen again. Now, I do not have an intro. So what you can do is you can go into any of your videos, go into analytics, and come to overview, and then scroll down, and you're going to see this, right? You're going to see a graph that looks like this. Now, you're not going to see this on inside the YT Studio app, but if you put the Chrome browser in desktop mode, or you can just go to desktop mode, you can type in, I believe it's like studio.youtube.com can help you get there. What you want to pay attention to is this right here. This blue line is when people are leaving and skipping along on my video, okay? What you want to look at is when you play your intro, you want to see if there's a drop. Now, most people are going to see a little bit of a drop here at the beginning. That's natural. The viewers, maybe they don't like you, your audio is not bad, or it's just not what they expected. People are going to see some sort of a drop there. You want to make that drop as low as possible. But if you notice that there's a really big drop there, then you're doing something wrong, and you need to figure out what that is, okay? Now, here's the thing about the intro. Looking at this, you can hit the play button on this video, and a red line is going to move across here as the video plays. So you can play your video and you can watch your intro, right? Watch what happens. If I play, you see the red line down here is moving, right? As my video is playing, this little red line is moving down here at the bottom. When your intro plays, if you notice that blue line drops down, that means people do not like your intro, and they're either skipping past it or they're just completely clicking off the video in general. Now, if you see no difference whatsoever, good for you. Now, what you can notice right here, what you can do by looking at this little drop right here in this hump, what happened was I took too much time to get into the app list. So people clicked in, some people were leaving, and then they fast forwarded because they wanted to skip past all the BS I was talking about at the beginning. Right? That's what that hump up is. So they dropped, skipped forward, and then they started getting the information that they came for. So look at this graph. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about how people always, how many times have you wondered, I wonder if people like my videos? How are people responding to this tells you, this literally tells you drop downs are bad, ups are good. It's that simple. If it drops down, you need to figure out why it's dropping down. You know, anytime it spikes up, it's either somebody replaying something or somebody skipping ahead. But this beginning part here, you want this drop here at the beginning to be as low as possible. If this is a long drop, do what you can to get rid of it. Maybe you need a better hook. Maybe it's your audio. Maybe it's your light. There's a million reasons why that could have a large drop on there. You need to figure out why and start fixing that video by video by video. It's not easy. We all still struggle with this. Some of my videos have a large drop. It's usually because I take too long to get to the content. And then at the end here, you see this drop at the end. This drop at the end is when people realize the video's over. People realize the video's over and they start clicking off. My earlier videos, I used to put I had graphics and like an end screen with like multiple, 2 videos, choose one of these videos. What happens is, as soon as viewers identify the video's over, they're gone. They start to leave. So the better idea that I started playing with recently this year is, as I'm speaking and the video is coming to an end, I don't use any words to let them know that it's actually coming to an end. I just show that next video that I want them to watch. I show that right as I'm talking. I only show it for like 5 or 6 or 7 seconds. I don't stretch it out that full 20 seconds that YouTube gives us. I put that on there and then just bam, I give them an opportunity to click that next video and leave. Hopefully they're clicking the end screen. Yeah, that's the goal. If you have the right end screen, they do. I ran a 7-second intro. People started skipping the first minute and 30 seconds. I took them out, fixed the problem. Boom, there you go. People's time must be very valuable. You know what? If you listen, read that as many times as you guys need to read this until it clicks, right? Nobody is here for your intro. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks cool. You know, if you've got a brand, if you're trying to build your brand up or something, it looks cool and it's great. And everybody, you know, and you see bigger channels do it. Bigger channels can get away with stuff. They can get away with stuff the smaller channels can't get. They have a built-in fan base. If you have a built-in fan base, the fans are going to wait through an intro. But if you're trying to get the ball rolling, you're trying to build that channel momentum up, they're not going to wait for you. They don't know you yet. You haven't built a relationship with the viewer yet. So they're not going to stick around for your intro. So I would say this, if you're new, if you can't get the ball rolling, if you look at your graph and the graph is dropping, and by the way, inside YouTube Studio app, everybody needs this app. If you don't have this app already, it's this one right here. That center one with the gear on it right there, YT Studio. It's free. It's free. It's made by YouTube. Let me come in and click this one here. So you can click into each one of those videos and you can go into video analytics. You can go to your audience retention. Okay, this one's bad, so I'm going to show it to you. So you can see your audience retention, and then you can actually tap on that, and it's going to enlarge it. Look at the size of the drop on that, right? So I'm sharing this because I want you to understand that this is not an easy thing to fix, and everybody struggles with this. Well, not everybody. Some people are just amazing, but us mere mortals, even I've got 150 plus videos on this channel. I've worked on other channels. I have a really good understanding how YouTube works and how things operate on YouTube and what's important, but I still mess up my intros. I still take too long sometimes getting to the meat and potatoes, right? Sometimes I flash something on the screen. I put words on the screen and people are like, nope, there's flashing. I'm out. And they click off. Sometimes because I've been in an Airbnb, the audio has been crazy and the audio just doesn't sound good. And those videos where the audio doesn't sound good, people leave early on, bad audio. So, some videos are amazing on my channel. Some videos like you saw, people are just clicking, just like, nope, not what I'm interested in. Maybe they just didn't like me. Oh, he's too old. I don't like his face or whatever the reason. People make up their own minds for whatever reason, right? So everybody goes through that. But anyway, you can see that graph inside the YT Studio app as well. You just can't move it along like you can. You can't play it with the video like you can in studio.youtube.com. Let me see here. Hi, I'm not getting the recent subscriber card in my dashboard. Any fix for that? Okay, so I know YouTube the past 2 days, they had a glitch where subscribers disappeared, view counts disappeared on a lot of channels. As far as I know, actually, you know what? I just have a notification up here about India. And I apologize if you're not in India, but just looking at your name, Gupta, I have an idea that you might be in India. Apologies if you're not, but I got a notification here that says, we're updating our payment systems to align with new financial regulations in India. Okay, so it's financial in India. My apologies. Back to my original thing. They had some data issues. If it's not fixed yet, reach out to YouTube on Twitter @Team YouTube. I'm going to type this in the chat here. @Team YouTube. They're very active on Twitter. Sometimes you got to stay on top of them because you get a silly automated reply sometimes. Hi, thanks for reaching out. Have you tried restarting your computer? Then you got to keep going. Let's see. I took my intro off, and in 3 videos, I noticed that dip smoothed out a lot. See, there we go. Lose the intro. Lose the intro. Nick had a cool intro. I watched it through. He did have a great intro, but you know what? He removed it and his audience retention is better. You got to think about this for a second. You're thinking about, people are always like, well, how do I get noticed on the platform? How do I be seen? How do I X, Y, right? You want a better audience retention than other videos competing for the viewer's eyes. Okay. It could be videos that are competing for the same title. So you have a video that's similar, right, to a lot of other videos. So you're competing against those videos. You're also competing against the videos that YouTube thinks the viewer is going to want to watch next. So the YouTube says, okay, well, this viewer might like Susie's video. So we're going to show this video, but we're also going to show these other videos. So you're competing against videos that are like yours, and you're competing against videos that YouTube thinks the viewer wants to watch next. Your watch time needs to be better. And if that means it's 1% better, you're better, right? If your click-through rate is 1% better, you're better. that's going to increase the likelihood that your video gets more love than the others, that you outperform the other videos when it comes to ranking. We're talking about fierce competition here, and it could mean the difference of first place, second place, third place, fourth place, or just not getting noticed at all in terms of ranking. So every little percent counts, especially when you're operating at a higher level like Nick does, for example. Right? Competition is fierce doing what he does. So he has to make sure that every second is just completely dialed in to make sure he gets people watching as long as possible. To this day, I still cannot add end screens. You're doing all this stuff from your phone, right? Hey, listen, Heavy Metal Chef, make sure that your channel's verified. I don't recall if you can if you can upload custom-made thumbnails, then your channel's verified. If not, go to youtube.com/verify. Make sure you're verified. Welcome back, Doug. Tommy says YouTube gets paid by showing your video and placing ads. Yep. If you don't get views, it's the thumbnail, title, content, nothing to do with YouTube at all, really. Yep. You hear it so much. The algorithm hates me. The algorithm does not hate you. The algorithm loves you. The problem is the algorithm follows the audience. YouTube says it themselves in the YouTube Creator Academy. The algorithm follows the audience. So when you say the algorithm hates me, it means that people don't like your videos. So the problem's yours. You've done something wrong as a creator. We don't like to hear that as creators. Nobody does. Nobody wants to hear that the video or the thumbnail or the title or the SEO, all this stuff that we did, all the work that we put in, all the blood, sweat, and tears that we put into this piece of content, we did our best. We all do our best with every video. We don't want to hear that it's not good. But it's not the algorithm's fault. It's your fault, right? You did your best. Unfortunately, because you're not experienced yet on the platform, your best isn't good enough. Not yet. That's where consistency comes in, right? The more you do something, whatever it is, the better you're going to get at it, right? First time you walk into a kitchen, you don't know how to do anything. Then you learn one thing. You learn how to use this. You learn how to use that. You learn how to make one recipe. Then you learn how to make a second recipe. Like everything that you do consistently and repetitively, you get better at that. YouTube is the exact same way. So no matter how good you think you are, if you're not getting any love, either one, you just haven't been on the platform long enough yet. So YouTube doesn't know anything about your channel. They don't know what audience has got a good match for your videos, so on and so forth. Or you just didn't make a video that people respond to and the algorithm follows the audience. Right on, chill, bro. Best comment of the night. Nobody is surfing YouTube looking for channel intros. That, right? 100%. That's correct. You know, I mean, and I know this sounds overly simplified, but thinking things through as a viewer, right? Like we're creators. We have a YouTube channel and it's easy for us just to make videos. I'm just making this video. I'm just making this video. But when you think about having a strategy, right? You got to think about, who am I making the video for? Who do I want to watch this video? Who are they? Where do they live? What language do they speak? How old are they? What are they into? Right? You got to think about who you want to watch your video. Once you have an understanding of who you want to watch your video, right? Your avatar for your audience, then you can start thinking about, okay, well, what do they want? Right? Who is this person? What do they want? How can I help this person? Right? Maybe you're trying to make them laugh or cry, feel something, entertain them, motivate them, whatever it is, educate them, right? Who is this person? What do they want? And how can I communicate with them? Like if you can figure that out, everything else falls into place, right? Know your audience, know what they want, and then learn how to communicate with them. And that includes learning how to write titles that they respond to, learning how to make thumbnails that they will click, learning how to make videos that they will watch a good amount of, right? Learning how to communicate with that target audience. Scott, if you're still in here, says, do you have any opinion on which NDI app to use for screen sharing your phone? I just don't want to purchase the $30 NDI HX camera app if there's one that works just as good. Okay, so I don't know if you're Android or iPhone, Let me see what I've got on my phone. I've been through a ton of these different things. The easiest way to share your screen, and I don't know what you actually have access to, but if you already have the Apple dongle where it's like lightning port to HDMI out, then you run an HDMI cable, pick up one of these little $20 capture cards from like Amazon, plug that into your computer. This will actually capture your screen perfectly fine doing it that way. But in terms of apps, let me see what I got here. Hang on. I haven't done a screen share in quite some time. Let me show you what I got. I actually have the NDI HX camera. Okay, let me shut this. Yeah, so right there. Yeah, so that's back when I was living in Thailand and I didn't want to use a cable. That's actually what I use. So the thing is, though, you have to make sure that where you're sharing your screen, you're able to use it as a camera source. So like if you're going to use StreamYard, for example, that's really tricky to do. But if you're using Streamlabs or OBS, then that's going to come right in as a camera source as long as you put the NDI plugin in. I think those NDI plugins come in by default now in Streamlabs and OBS. And then that will just be used as a camera source. Then you can pull it onto your screen, resize it, move it around, so on and so forth. If you're using a Mac, you can use Ecamm. And then through the Mac, if you've got an iPhone, a Mac will just, I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's QuickTime that will allow you to just capture your phone screen on a Mac and then pull that in as a camera source in Ecamm. Doug Houston in here can probably correct me on that one. He's more of an Ecamm pro than I am. Christina, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. By the way, congratulations again on hitting 100,000 subscribers. So proud of you. New channel member.
Super chat.
Oops, Butterfingers, I hit the wrong one.
Welcome to the Niminati.
New England Scratcher, welcome to the Niminati. Have a look in my community feed. Now that you're a member, you will see links to, so every Sunday, 6 p.m. CST, I do a members only live stream now. I can dig into your channel, do a channel review, that sort of thing. I also have a private Facebook group. So if you do have a question in there, that's the place to ask. You're like, hey, what do you think about this? I usually hop in there once a day or sometimes every other day to answer any questions that might pop up. There will be a link to that as well in my community feed. Just go down a couple of posts. And then when you go over to Facebook, if you're part of Facebook, when the little questionnaire pops up when you add a group, says, what's your YouTube channel name? Just make sure you drop that in there so I can confirm it's you, because I doubt you go by New England Scratcher on Facebook. So thank you. In terms of one or the other, I would say the NDI. The NDI products are solid. But again, that's just capturing what your phone sees and pulling it in. Are you trying to do like are you trying to do like record a tutorial? Are you trying to show your screen like this? Or are you trying to use your phone as like a camera source? Because I believe I used the NDI as an actual camera source. Yeah, that's an actual camera source. And I'm going to try to keep an eye out for what you're going to use it for. But if you're trying to do an actual screen share where it's like, hey, I'm trying to do tutorials or something like that, I would plug in. Or you can get Reflector. There's a piece of software called Reflector. I think it's Reflector 3 or Reflector 4. I don't know what version they're on. It's a paid software, but the latency is not that bad. Showing my screens, but wireless. So not as a camera. So the NDI, as far as I know, I've only ever used it as an actual camera source, not to actually screen share. Anytime I've done a screen share or I've done like a tutorial or something, I always plug in. With that, right, I get the lightning port to HDMI out, HDMI cable, and I plug that in to the computer that way. There's zero latency when you do that. You do need to buy, you usually need to buy an official Apple HDMI dongle. Third-party dongles are historically bad for not transferring the information that you want. So if you buy one of those dongles and it doesn't work, it's because it's not a real Apple dongle. So anytime you're going to do any sort of connection or something like that, I always recommend spending the money on an actual Apple product, but that's more than That's more than the apps. I'm looking over Ecamm, and it's something I talk about. Yeah, so listen, if you have an actual Apple computer and you have an iPhone, Ecamm, you can do that for free. You got to pay for Ecamm, but you can send you can screen share your phone for free using an Apple with an iPhone.
Super Chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. How much data does YouTube need to show you what channels your subs watch? That's a great question, and I don't have an answer to that. Same thing for when your audience is online, right? I don't know of a certain, like, we need X amount of data. It's just going to appear one day. One day, YouTube is going to know what your audience is, right? They're going to know who your audience is watching. They're going to know what time they're online, what time they're watching your content. As far as I know, there isn't at least I don't know what the actual number is. I'm sure it has something to do with watch time hours, views, unique views, where people are and that sort of thing. So there isn't a set time on that. Just keep uploading content. Keep giving YouTube as much information as you can, good keyword-rich descriptions so they make sure to get your videos in front of the right audience. And just keep uploading. It will just show up one day. NDI HX capture seems to work okay. So Doug, have you actually done a screen share with the NDI HX? I haven't. I've only used it as a camera source. I've never actually looked into sharing my screen on that one. So Scott, so Doug here. Doug is all aboard the Ecamm train. He's got an iPhone. He does a lot of stuff with live streaming. I highly recommend connecting with Doug on Twitter. Follow him on Facebook. Go subscribe to his channel because he does a lot with Ecamm. So he's probably going to be your best bet trying to figure out the best way to do that. When are you going to post more YouTube growth tips videos? We miss them. Soon. I've just been rethinking my strategy and just chilling out a little bit. Tips are coming soon. Just make sure you watch them when I upload them. I have the new M1 Power. Oh, there you go. So I'm running into challenges with my setup. Yeah, so you're having issues with software. So yeah, I have the new M1. I have the new Mac Mini M1 that I'm using for music production. Man, it's been a minefield. Software and various plugins not working right. So yeah, hopefully they iron all that out soon. All right, let me go through here. He says, I got a third-party dongle and it didn't work, so I had to buy the Apple. And yeah, look, anytime, if you have an iPhone and you're wanting to connect a microphone to, it can do anything, any sort of connection, spend the money. And they're stupidly expensive, but spend the money to get the original Apple dongles because most of the third-party stuff does not work by design. Live streaming can monetize or not. Yeah, so if you're live streaming, all your watch time hours that you get during live streaming does apply towards monetization. Any subscribers you get during live streaming does apply towards monetization. D, my watch time is almost exactly 50-50 non-subscribers. Subscribers, is that good? Yeah, I mean, yes, it is. I'm at about, I think 78% right now, non-subscribers watching my video. Think of it this way. If 100% of your subscribers are watching your videos, right? If it's 100% subscribers watching, that means your channel's not growing, right? So all of the non-subscribers watching, the bigger that gets, that means that YouTube is putting your videos in front of more people who then you have to convert them into subscribers if that's what you're going for, right? If you're trying to build up more subscribers. So the larger that number is, so if you've got 50, 60, 70, 80% non-subscribers, that means, the bigger that gets, the more YouTube is putting your videos out there in front of people who don't know about you yet, right? If it were 100% subscribers, your channel would not be growing at all. So yeah, it's good.
Super Chat.
Golf Goes Granny. Thank you. As usual, I appreciate the super chat. Have a good night. Did you get the blues playlist? I did not. I have not messed with Epidemic Sound in a while yet. So no. One of these days. Thank you. Have a good night. Let's see. I read online that YouTube Shorts does not count towards watch time. Is that true? Sort of. Here's the thing with YouTube Shorts. Let me show you this. So there's a part inside of YouTube called the short shelf. And I just want to make sure we're clear on everything as I'm explaining this stuff. So hold on. Awesome. Where is the short shelf, YouTube? Here it is. So this is the short shelf. So when you open up YouTube and you see something like that, shorts, when your video is inside the short shelf, okay, when it's inside this area, first of all, that's where all the views are going to come from. But when it's inside that area, currently, your watch time does not count towards monetization. However, any subscribers you get there, that does count towards monetization. Now, while your video is in the short shelf, in or out of the short shelf, at the exact same time, that video can also be recommended to your subscribers. It can be found through search traffic. It can end up on somebody's homepage as a normal video. It can show up anywhere else on YouTube as a normal video, not in the short shelf. Those views, subscribers do count towards monetization, and watch time does count towards monetization. So anywhere else on YouTube, it counts. When it's in the short shelf, it does not count. Very confusing.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, thanks for being you. I appreciate that so much. That was mighty kind of you. I think I got everything here. Yeah, very confusing with the shorts. Okay, and on that note, I want to thank everybody for hanging out on this very late night stream. I actually didn't expect so many people to show up on a late night Sunday, so I thank you for that. Thank you. We had some amazing questions in here. You guys asked some amazing questions, and thank you for dropping the super chats. Thank you to the new channel members. Channel members, we're going to have another every Sunday, unless something goes on where I have to cancel. But every Sunday, 6 p.m. CST, I usually post that in the Facebook group and in my community feed. Keep your eyes peeled on that. So everybody we got another one here. Hold on here. Pixelpia. Time for me to hit the sack as well. Thanks for your insights. If you have time, put on a new post on Facebook. There we go. Thank you so much. Guys, have a great one. I'll catch you next time. Have a great week.